Hey girlfriends, welcome back to my channel. It's Jazz and I'm back with day 2 of 12 days of deep conditioners. So yesterday I did a deep conditioner and I kind of explained why I wanted to get into doing this. So we're just going to get right into this video. So if you haven't checked out day 1, go ahead and check out that first. So today's mask is going to be from Creme of Nature's Pure Honey line. It's the Moisture, Replenish, and Strength Hair Mask. It has pure honey, rich coconut oil, and creamy shea butter. And there's no sulfates or mineral oil in this, so that's always good to know. So one thing I like to do with these deep conditioners that I'm going to go into detail about how these ingredients will help your hair, and depending on your hair type or what type of things that you are looking for in ingredients. Like for me, if I was looking for like the mask I did yesterday, I've always wanted to do a mask that had avocado in it. I've seen a lot of people do, you know, DIY mask at home with avocado and stuff like that. But I'm like, I don't know if I want to do all that. So then when I saw that there was a mask, that's something that I'm looking for. So what I want to do with this is every day I may have something or a mask with an ingredient that you may or may not knew was in a mask that you are looking for the health of your hair. So let's get into it. So one thing about this mask is that it's great slip. Like for me, I like a mask because I don't really like to detangle when I cleanse unless I'm using a cleansing conditioner. Then I'm able to detangle and cleanse at the same time. But if I'm just using a regular shampoo, I kind of just like to wash my hair, let the suds kind of go through my ends without combing through. So when I get a deep conditioner that has great slip, it's just gonna make that step a lot more easier and cut down on time when you have a good mask that has great slip that's gonna get you to detangle easily, make sure you're coating all your strands, all that good stuff. So one thing about masks that say that for dry and damaged hair, you may not necessarily have damaged hair, but the level of moisture that the mask is gonna give you is kind of how you wanna gauge it. Like your hair might not even be damaged, but you know you want that level of moisture. So you're gonna go for a mask that says dry or damaged hair. So the honey that's in this mask is gonna smooth out your cuticle. It's gonna add that shine that you're looking for, and it's gonna restore the luster back into your hair. So if your hair is dry, it's just lacking that, you know, shine within your styles, you wanna make sure you do this deep conditioning step with something like honey in it. So it's gonna, you know, smooth out your cuticle, and then your curls are going to look that much healthier afterward immediately because it's going to smooth out your cuticle. And honey also has B vitamins in there that's going to encourage hair growth. So I like masks that are all around going to help the health of my hair. They're going to help me grow out my hair. So a well-rounded mask like this is something that's great for someone who's suffering from dry hair, who also wants to grow out their hair, or are suffering from any damage. This mask also has coconut oil. I know a lot of people are already familiar with coconut oil and its properties. It's pretty much going to add moisture to your hair. It's going to prevent breakage, and it's going to seal all that goodness in as well. And last but not least, the shea butter that's in here is going to have vitamin A and E, which is also going to help with your damaged ends. Specifically, it's going to smooth out those split ends. It's not going to cure them, but it's going to focus on the damaged ends with the shea butter. It's going to also add moisture. So this mask is going to have moisture, moisture, and moisture. It's going to add the shine and luster you may be lacking. It's going to help grow out your hair, and it's going to have the vitamins A and E to help repair any damaged strands that you already have. Now with every mask, I said I was going to pair it with a cleanser and a styler. So if you already have any of these other items, you can pair them with this mask, or if you have these items and you can pair them with the mask that you don't have. So if I was using this mask on a wash day, I would pair it with the Moisturizing Dry Defense Shampoo, which is also a part of the Pure Honey line by Creme of Nature. And then I would deep condition with the hair mask. And I did leave this out yesterday, but every time I deep condition, I'm going to be deep conditioning with heat. So for about 30 minutes, I'm going to apply some form of heat to my hair while my mask is on. Now, if you don't have, like for me, I use a hot head cap, or you can sit underneath the dryer, or you can do a hot towel over your head with a plastic cap on. Anything or any way that you can just add that extra step, which is the heat, which is going to really give you that deep treatment. And then I would follow up with one styler to make my wash day simple, since I'm deep conditioning already, with the Moisture Whip Twisting Cream, which is also in the Pure Honey line. So like I said before, I always like to use the same line when I'm cleansing all the way down to the stylers, because I feel like they were all made to work together. They have the same properties in each product, especially if you're using the same line, not necessarily the same brand, but the entire line itself. They were all made to work together. So that's one thing that I do like to do. So the question I'm going to be answering today is, how do you prevent or decrease split or knotted ends? This was sent in by 6_goddess on Instagram. Thank you for answering the question or asking a question. So for me with split ends, I kind of try to have a low maintenance hairstyle. I also stay away from heat. I feel like a lot of times your hair begins to split mainly because your hair is dry and it's over processed with direct heat. I had a lot more split ends when I was flat ironing my hair more often, blow drying it. Blow drying can cause unnecessary breakage, which will then cause your hair to start splitting where it's broken. So for me, I try to stay away from styles that are high maintenance. So I like to leave my hair alone after wash day, which a lot of unnecessary manipulation will reduce your breakage. I try to do that. I always like to seal my ends, especially when I'm doing a protective style like this. I like to make sure they're coated nicely with a good oil and then tucked away. So as far as preventing them, I don't really have a special technique of prevention, but I noticed that I had less split ends when I stopped flat ironing and blow drying my hair. So I think a lot of drying properties that you're doing to your hair that are drying to the hair cause a lot more people to have split ends. I'm not saying that you'll never have split ends just being a curly natural, but I feel like when my hair was at its driest state and I was constantly flat ironing, I had more split ends, if that makes sense. So what I like to do now is staying away from direct heat, low manipulation hairstyles, and when I do protect my hair up like this, I like to seal my ends with a heavy moisturizing cream or some sort of oil. And the next question is, what is your favorite brand of color to use at home? And this was sent in also by 6_goddess. Thank you. I specifically, when I color at home, I've been using Creme of Nature. If you haven't been following me on my color hair journey, I was red and then now I'm back blonde, but I was blonde initially. When I dyed my hair red, I dyed it at home and it was the Creme of Nature color and my nerves were like insane. But as far as Creme of Nature goes, when I've colored my hair at home, I haven't had any problems. I haven't had any, my hair hasn't been dry. Like I've been hearing a lot of, horror stories where people have had problems with dyeing their hair at home, especially with box dye. So for me, I haven't had any issue with Creme of Nature. I've done, I think twice now. Yeah, twice now I've done at home with Creme of Nature and I haven't had any problems. So as you can see, my roots are ridiculously grown out since May. So I'm thinking I may color my hair again maybe spring. I'm not sure, but I'm kind of trying to grow my hair out and I really don't know what I want to do next. So I usually only dye my hair once a year. But to answer your question, my favorite brand of color to use that I've been using is Creme of Nature. So like I said before, I'm going to be doing this for 12 days. So if you haven't seen the first video, make sure you check that out as well. And then tomorrow will be day 3. Thank you so much for continuing this journey with me. Honestly, like I've been doing this for 4 years, so I just appreciate everyone who has continued to support my channel. So I really appreciate that. And you can still send in questions. You can actually answer questions, or people that don't have Instagram, you can do the questions on the comments of this video, and also on Instagram if you're using the question tool in my stories. So I will pick, I'm trying to do a couple questions at the end of each video. I'm trying not to make these videos so long since I'm doing them every day. I kind of don't want to bore everyone. So yes, you can still send in questions and I'll be answering them at the end of the videos. I usually always try to answer all the questions in my comments of this video anyway. So I've been trying to get better at that, so bear with me. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and then I will see you all tomorrow for day 3.